Hello friends, welcome into the Cowboys Report presented by BetDSI and Fun.com, and I'll tell you a little bit about Fun.com later on in the show. But there are some news items to get to here around the Dallas Cowboys. First up, they've added Devin Smith on a futures deal. And shout out, I can't remember who it was in our most recent live video on the Cowboys Report YouTube channel who mentioned, what about signing Devin Smith? You were omniscient, my friend. He has been signed to a futures deal, the former number 37 overall pick back in 2015, but has had his career very much limited and almost ruined at this point by injuries. 2 different ACL tears, only 10 career receptions, but it's a worthwhile investment because there's really no downside here. He either makes the roster and he contributes, which is a huge success there, or he gets cut and you didn't really miss out and didn't really lose out on anything. So here's your updated wide receiver depth chart. Take note, to make room for Devin Smith, I removed Terrence Williams because that dude's going to get cut, I think. But he's also on there. So in total, we have 10 guys right now in the offseason roster for the Dallas Cowboys. That's where we sit right now. So Devin Smith comes on. He's the latest addition there for the Dallas Cowboys in terms of wide receivers. He's picked up a futures deal. He'll have a chance to make the roster going forward for the Cowboys. Of course, Cooper and Gallup, and we'll see what happens there with the slot receivers. They could change. Now, speaking of Cooper, well, he is now a Pro Bowler, so the Cowboys have added 2 more players to the Pro Bowl roster, where they'll be coached by the Cowboys' current coaching staff. Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper, those are the 2 new additions. Zeke Elliott, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Byron Jones. They were all initial additions, or I guess initial Pro Bowlers. Van Der Esch got added, and now so too have Cooper and Dak Prescott, replacing Michael Thomas and Drew Brees. But Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, those 2 are not going to play because of injuries. Now, be honest here. Do you guys watch the Pro Bowl? Type A for yes, type B for no. I might put it on in the background this year, but the Pro Bowl is rather boring. That's why I put in a B there, because I just don't find it all that interesting. It's just the worst of all the pro sports all-star type games. If you guys don't watch it, I don't consider you any less of a fan, because it's just not all that good. All right, folks, we have some new friends over at Fun.com, and they're giving away a couple of sets of, let's just call them fun, Cowboys tailgate packages. Be the winner at your next tailgate or barbecue with a Cowboys 6-pack cooler and some pint glasses. Now, here's how you guys can win. Step 1, subscribe to the Cowboys Report on YouTube. To the 11K of you that already have, congratulations. Step 1 is done. If you're watching on YouTube, look, hit the button, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. If you're on Facebook, just type in that URL. It'll take you right to the subscribe page. Now, step 2, we will have a community post up on the channel tomorrow. That's on Wednesday, January 23rd. Just comment on that Fun.com community post, and you're entered to win. It is that simple. And then go check out Fun.com as well for all your Cowboys and NFL gift needs. They've got drinking glasses, blankets, all kinds of grilling and barbecue stuff. Anything you could possibly want to fill your Cowboys man cave. And oh, by the way, use that link right there, chatsports.com/CowboysGifts, and you'll get 15% off. So if you need a birthday gift, if you want something for Father's Day coming up for your dad, or if you just want something for your Cowboys man cave, Fun.com will hook you up. So go to chatsports.com/gifts, or cowboys.com/CowboysGifts, my bad, and it'll get you that 15% off. We'll take you now to some more Cowboys rumors, and we'll start things off with what everyone continues to talk about. Kellen Moore, is he going to get a promotion? This one's a no-brainer for me because you can just look at what's gone on already with the Cowboys coaching staff. 4 stars on this one. Kellen Moore is not going to be the quarterback coach next year. That role is going to go to John Kitna, so he's getting a promotion. They're not going to get rid of Kellen Moore. The Cowboys have made that very clear right now. He's among the favorites to be the offensive coordinator. Kitna is your new quarterback coach. That means Kellen Moore is going to move upwards now. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that Kellen Moore will be the OC or that he'll even end up calling the plays. The Cowboys could make Moore a passing game coordinator. That could leave the play calling to someone else, like a Jason Garrett, like a Doug Nussmeier. In the end, nothing is official or final at this point, but the main takeaway here is that Kellen Moore has been promoted, or at least will be promoted by the Dallas Cowboys, and will have more of a voice in the offensive game planning room when it comes to game planning, scripting, and scheming throughout the week. He might not call the plays. I kind of lean towards that. I don't think he will, which would be a pretty quick rise for Kellen Moore either way, but he will have a bigger voice for the Cowboys going forward as long as Jason Garrett is the head coach in theory. All right, how about Jason Witten as a coach? And you guys know I will not entertain anything about Tony Romo as a coach. It's just not going to happen. But I will entertain Jason Witten as a coach. I'll give this one just the 1 star. Honestly, I thought about 2 stars. Now, I gave it 1 in part because guys like Ben Rodgers of 105.3 have said Witten could be the OC, which is a terrible, disastrous idea. Don't do it. Romo as a Cowboys coach is a fantasy. It's just not going to happen. But there actually is some sense here for Jason Witten. Remember, the big reason why Romo doesn't make sense is because he's not going to leave his CBS job. But Witten isn't actually all that good on ESPN as a broadcaster, and Witten has kind of said in the past that he's open to coaching. I kind of think coaching, be it for the Cowboys or his college, Tennessee, might actually be closer to his dream job than, say, ESPN broadcasting. Now, again, he's not ready for anything close to being the offensive coordinator. But what about tight ends coach? Let me throw this, I'd say, somewhat plausible theory at you, or outcome at you. The Cowboys promote Doug Nussmeier and Kellen Moore. Moore becomes passing game coordinator. Nussmeier becomes OC, or flip those two, whatever you want to go with there. Kidden becomes your quarterbacks coach. And then Jason Witten becomes your tight ends coach. I'd say it's possible. I don't know if it's the most likely outcome. I kind of think Witten wants to prove he can be a good broadcaster, but I would say there is a chance of it. So do you guys want Jason Witten as the Cowboys tight ends coach? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I am open to it. I am fine with bringing on former players, especially ones that have had long, successful NFL careers and are very knowledgeable about the game and didn't just get by because they were freak athletes as positional coaches. Today's show brought to you by BetDSI. It's the internet's #1 sportsbook. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120 for a 120% deposit bonus. They've got all kinds of Super Bowl prop bets up there. It's the last game in the NFL season to bet on, so you better get in while you still can. And of course, they'll have March Madness, basketball, baseball stuff as well. All kinds of futures bets as well on BetDSI. And if you use Bitcoin, by the way, we'll give you a 150% deposit bonus. Cowboys 120 gets you 120% bonuses, but if you deposit with Bitcoin, it'll be 150. If you have issues with Bitcoin, because we know that not necessarily all of you know how to use it, just DM us on Twitter @ChatSports, and we'll help you guys out. So again, Cowboys 120 is a 120% deposit bonus. Bitcoin, though, gets you a 150% bonus. All right, more Cowboys rumors here. We'll stick with the coaching staff because that's all everyone seems to be talking about. Is Garrett calling the plays actually a good thing? I think it's 3 stars. And even if you don't like Jason Garrett, I think it could end up working out for you. So the reports are that Jason Garrett is going to be more involved in the play calling this year for the next year, 2019, for the Dallas Cowboys. And I think there's a lot of revisionist history and or just misremembering about Jason Garrett's time as a play caller. The dude was good. The Ravens offered him a job, and he said no to stick as the Cowboys OC and then became the head coach. And even if you guys don't like Jason Garrett, I think your probable worst-case outcome is that the offense sucks, Cowboys miss the playoffs, and then Garrett gets fired, so you guys still get what you want. Here was the breakdown with Jason Garrett as the Cowboys play caller. 2012, 6th and 15th in yards per game. 11th and 15th, 7th and 7th. Heck, 2nd and 3rd in 2009, 2003. I've seen some say that Jason Garrett got Wade Phillips fired. No, it's because the defense was bottom 10 in the NFL. That's why Wade Phillips got fired. Jason Garrett as a play caller was rather effective and actually very good at it. Now, if you guys don't like Garrett, well then maybe he ends up getting fired and everyone gets their wish anyway. So who do you guys want calling the plays for the Dallas Cowboys? Let me know in the comment section of the realistic outcomes, which kind of right now feels like Jason Garrett, Kellen Moore, or Doug Nussmeier. Give me Jason Garrett. I said this earlier on this year. I want to see Jason Garrett call the plays and coach for his job. And the longer we go and the more that's an internal hire for the OC, at least in title, maybe not necessarily responsibilities, maybe the Cowboys are going to make Jason Garrett coach out the final year of his contract. And if they come up short, well, then Jason Garrett gets fired. I already see it in the comments section, so we'll bring him up here. How about Tony Romo? Did he have playing offers while he is still working for CBS? Of course he did. 4 stars. This is a no-brainer. Look, NFL teams called about Matt Hasselbeck. Of course they immediately go to Tony Romo first. Anytime that's an option there, Romo gets called. Anytime a quarterback goes hurt, I think NFL teams call Romo, and he says it's normally the coaches there. So yes, he's had teams ask about playing again, but again, Romo has the world's greatest job. All right? He gets to sit around, make about $4 million a year calling games. Everybody adores him, and he gets to play golf a ton. He is not leaving that job. Romo has it made right now. He's not going to come back to get his back broken again on one bad hit. He's sticking in CBS. All right, let's talk about some more current players. How about DeMarcus Lawrence? Is he the top priority for the Dallas Cowboys? 4 stars. Look, if the Cowboys don't make every effort possible to re-sign DeMarcus Lawrence, then they're just stupid. That's the only way to describe it. The Cowboys, rightfully so, are making Lawrence that top priority, and at minimum, they're going to franchise tag DeMarcus Lawrence, and that's for good reason, right? He's the NFL's best free agent. By far, he's produced far more than the other in a very good pass rushing class for free agents. He's produced better than they have in the past 2 years. Heck, very few players have actually outproduced Tank over the last 2 years. You can say what you want about him not showing up against the Ram game. Literally no one on defense did. He can't do it all by himself. So should the Dallas Cowboys re-sign DeMarcus Lawrence? I think I've made my answer pretty clear, but go DM me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. I'll give you a sneak peek of what the contract could look like for DeMarcus Lawrence. Hint, hint, it's going to be pretty massive. All right, folks, we have some new friends over at fun.com that are giving away a couple of, well, I think they're pretty fun, Cowboys tailgate packages. Be the winner at your next tailgate or barbecue with a Cowboys 6-pack cooler and some pint glasses. Here's how you guys can get in and be eligible to win this giveaway. Step 1, subscribe to the Cowboys Report YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. To the 11,000 of you that already have, well, step 1's already complete there for you. So there you go. Link is right there, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. Now, step 2 is comment on the YouTube community post that we'll throw up there. That's Wednesday, January 23rd. Just comment on that fun.com post and you are entered to win. It is that simple. And once you guys go do that, check out fun.com for all of your needed Cowboys and NFL gifts. And we'll give you 15% off if you use that code or use that URL, chatsports.com/Cowboys gets to get you 15% off. They've got all kinds of great Cowboys branding gifts for if you want to do something for yourself, or if you want to get something for Father's Day, or you want to tell your wife or girlfriend, hey, get me this for my birthday, whatever it is there. They've got all kinds of great stuff. I'm talking like Cowboys branded barware, Cowboys branded grilling equipment, everything you could want there for your Cowboys man cave. Go check out fun.com, chatsports.com/Cowboys gifts. All right, one last Cowboys rumor here for you guys today. Was Antwaun Woods the Hot Boys MVP? You know, I don't know if this is actually truly the case here. Jalen Smith said it was, and who am I to disagree with Jalen Smith? I wouldn't give it to Antwaun Woods, but I understand why. 2 stars here. People are talking. In this case, it's Jalen Smith. Now, Smith said Woods was the MVP because of how he fared against the run, and just overall, he said he brings the soul to our defense and the energy that he brings, and Antwaun Woods is a very valued member of this Cowboys defense. And in terms of if he went down, I really would argue that not that many would be more important, because who else is going to play the one technique for the Cowboys? They have a dearth of options at that one technique, that nose guard, run-stopping defensive tackle spot. Yeah, Antwaun Woods is never going to be a sack machine like, say, DeMarcus Lawrence is, who has my vote for this one. But Antwaun Woods had himself an absolutely incredible year. This is what I call the Rod Marinelli special, right? Comes in, you know, unheralded, got cut before the season even began, and then comes into Dallas and has an incredible season, has made himself quite a bit of money. So who was the MVP of the Hot Boys this season? Let me know in the comment section. I kind of gave you away mine, but I'll rank them for you if you DM me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. But let me know what you guys think there in the comment section. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.